but Foster's at Cincy, and this man taking his team to it all. It's another year of Foster Huggins being down in the world. Get in there, boys!
Welcome to episode 2 of the Post-Draft Talk Show. Now we've got Cows manager Foster Huggins. Come on, join me up here.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. How about you?
I'm doing all right. So we'll start off with the question you're probably wanting to answer. I put you at the 4 seed on my power rankings. I honestly don't think you'll allow yourself to be a 4 seed. I just couldn't bring myself to put another team below you. What do you think about that number 4 spot?
You know, I definitely don't think that my team's gonna finish last. I don't think you think that I would be on a team that finish last. But I completely understand what you're doing because, like, I understand that me drafting a bunch of question marks would make me a 4 seed, especially with the strength that the Packers have. They have a great core. They have a great core of 4 players, which won my team the World Series last year, the Monarchs. And the Monarchs obviously are looking really good again. Sandlot, they're good too. So they're all solid. My team's just a bunch of question marks. I understand why you put me at 4.
Yeah.
I was definitely going to talk a lot of crap no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, we see the Cows Instagram. We know that's you. We see Mickey says we're preying on his downfall. Speaking of Mickey, let's talk about that. So he's a rookie this year, good overall pick. I'm pretty sure probably since the first year of the league, this is highest a rookie's been picked. It's the highest I can think of.
It's the first rookie to ever go in the first round.
All right, so talk me through kind of your reasoning for picking him that early.
So listen, when Mickey first, I found out that I would let it, like, he'd be in the league. I was like, he's going to be a 3rd rounder. He'll probably go to the Packers or Sandlot in the 3rd round. Then I started thinking, I was like, he's my age. I want to play with people that are my age. And I already know the ceiling for a lot of the players in our league. Mickey, I feel like, has a lot of potential. And I just kept thinking, I want him on my team. So then I was like, I'm going to take him 2nd round. And then Jack was saying he was going to take him in the 2nd round. So I was like, screw it. I'm just going all out. I'm drafting a rookie 1st round. I talked to Mickey a lot. He's a pretty good friend of mine now. He's a cool dude. He's my age. I want to play with people that are my age, and that's how that all went down.
All right, so I feel like getting Mickey 1st round kind of set your standard for high risk, high reward. Your team has a lot of question marks, but if everything turns out right, you are going to be very competitive. Mason Dare, your 2nd overall pick last year. Rookie, came out of nowhere, very good pitcher. No one's going to doubt that. He's a lefty. We don't have many of those. Be kind of hard to pitch to. He showed hitting potential. He had some home runs. He had some clutch hits, but hasn't shown consistently to be a good batter. What was your reasoning with picking him there?
Well, I think about the pitchers in our league. Drew Lubert is a top pitcher, but he has problems hitting the lefties. So having a lefty hitter that is actually decent is going to help us. And Mason's pitching really gives me security. If Mickey happens to not be a very good pitcher, Mason would be a perfectly fine 2 starter. And also, Mickey is a lefty hitter. So that gives me 2 good lefty hitters.
So you're drafting to beat Drew when you play him like 3 times?
Well, okay, yeah, that's one positive of it. Another positive, I know that if I face Brady, I know I have a good chance of winning because I just know his pitching. He knows my pitching too, but I have his older cousin who also knows his pitching. I think I could get Brady too. And then who else would it be? Jack Fields. I played on Jack Fields' team, 3 years? I know that dude's pitching better than anyone in this league. Like, I feel good about the team I drafted. Mickey's question mark, though, because of his hitting. I didn't draft him for his hitting. I drafted him for his pitching.
Gotcha. Okay, so you picked Zack Porter and Tubbs back-to-back. Zack Porter is retired 18 times.
Yeah.
At one point, he won the first MVP ever. At one point, he was maybe better than you. Some people would say. First year, he was. I think for a while, if he kept playing, he'd be in contention for best player ever. But after the 6th retirement, I think that kind of went out the window.
Yeah.
What was your thinking with picking him this early, where most other people wanted a safe bet for their 4th player?
I called Zack Porter the night before the draft. I said, bro, the draft is tomorrow. Are you going to show up this year? He said, if I don't have a full-time job by then, which he said he probably won't because he's kind of doing school and a church thing. He's like, I'll be there. I'll be there most of the time. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. He's my age too. That's 2 players that are my age. I want people that are my age. Zack Porter is one of the biggest legends in this league's history. He's had a rough few since the new generation came in. He hasn't been as dominant, but in the first 3 years, he was by far it was either me or him best player, and I would honestly say him. and now I have him on my team again.
Okay.
And then Tubbs, picking Tubbs next. Dude can hit, and I need a hitter. I was either thinking Connor Olsen or Tubbs. Tubbs can hit. Connor, I don't need any more pitchers. I already have 3, and if Zach shows up, I have 4. I was drafted for hitting with my next pick.
All right. So now that we know you're betting on one of your good friends to not have a job,
You don't have a job. You just want to be working on
so there's a lot of guys you drafted later. Jack Ardito, someone who shown up to like 6 games ever. He's been drafted every year. When he's there, he's good. Andrew Patterson, he's a new guy, but he showed a lot of potential as well. Cooper, I have him put as the cow. Hitter of the year. What a man.
He's a guy.
But once you get past your top 4 or 5 picks, it's a lot of guys that maybe will play, maybe won't.
Yeah.
So let's talk about more about Foster. As a player, obviously, I think undoubtedly the best player, especially on paper in wiffle ball, Range Wiffle Ball League history. This year, probably the first year you're not going in as a favorite, maybe a top 2. You've definitely never been projected to be the last team going in.
No.
What kind of expectations are you putting on yourself going into the season to exceed those expectations?
Well, first of all, I just want to say I drafted Jack Ardito. People might have questioned that. I have 3 trophies up there, and he's a big reason for that. I can get him to show up. I know how to get him to show up. I talked to him. I said, will you come this year? He said, I'll try to make it. He has a truck now. I put a bet. Oh, okay. He's my 6th pick. Who cares?
Yeah, that's fair.
And I like Jack Ardito. Anyways, about me. Yeah, my team's projected last. It's okay. It's December. We're making rankings in December
That's
right
true.
now. Give me a few weeks, and I feel like the rankings will change a lot. I am planning on having another good pitching year, but I really just want to focus on hitting this year because last year didn't hit a home run till week 7.
It's true.
That sucked. It wasn't fun. Not hitting home runs. I'm gonna be focusing on getting back to what I was, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I have players that will back me up though.
All right.
I think I do.
Any final thoughts before we end this?
Final thoughts, guys. I'm not going to be talking any more crap on Spencer, but to all the Cows fans out there, feel free to hit him up, DM him,
it.
go ham on him.
At Spencer Harris with 2 S's.
I'll add Spencer R. Harris with 2 S's,
Yes.
2 R's. Go ahead and do it. So now that we're done with the interview with the Wash King himself. Not my nickname. I never said it. I was on his team. I supported him. That's a given nickname from other people. He's looking to prove the haters wrong.
Hey, one more thing.
I don't think I count as a hater, even though I put him as the 4 seed.
No, he's not a hater. Moo up, baby. It's a movement. The Cows, people hate on my name too. The Cows is my favorite animal. You eat cows, you drink their milk. Cows are a great animal. If you don't like my team, screw you. Moo up, baby. Tell my fans. Tell all the Cows fans we're going on.
Wash King, drinking milk. All right, on to the next
Look at
interview.
this. Minor League World Series championship right here, baby. Moo up.
Minor leagues.